Ok, chicos, ya he vuelto. En serio, esto se puso interesante. O sea, ¿la Raiden tiene doble alma o qué? ¿En serio? No, no doble alma, sino
Whoa. This place.
parece pleno de eutimia.
Look! Look over there! It's another A!
¿What?
We meet again, traveler. This body is an assistant to the one within, but it is also the guardian of the rules. Should the one within wish to stray from the rules, this body shall stand in her way.
Wait! Paimon knows that voice! Is that the puppet?
You have wandered the realm in my body, and you appear to have grasped the true essence of eternity. You believe your present self has greater certainty than your former self. Thus, you believe your present self is correct. But have you really been enlightened with new ideas? Or have you been I'm here to show you my answer. We are both warriors, and the dialogue we must now have shall be conducted by the...
Wait! The atmosphere in here just took a turn for the worse. Are you...
The discomfort I was experiencing earlier was caused by the Shogun rejecting my continued use of her, as she indicates. Once I started entertaining the idea of change, I became hostile in her, but inside a realm of consciousness. I exist independently of her. Though she is a puppet, the Shogun has her own consciousness too. When necessary, she appears here to confront me.
Creo que lo mencionaste en otra ocasión.
Paimon gets that everyone has their internal battles and stuff. Hey, showdown with the Shogun? Never thought we'd see that day.
The rules I set for the Shogun are... No. The Shogun herself is the manifestation of my power. I would not try to change her.
Isn't there any other way? Can't you talk it through or something?
Él es alguien que escape de sus problemas.
But they both just want the best for Ina's...
My form is a symbol of supreme majesty, in which has been vested power over all the rest. It inherits A's pain. The pain of the inevitable loss that comes as she moves. Every action undertaken is for the sake of determination, courage, love, hatred. Only rules shall remain constant. Those were my thoughts when Now, they are towering obstacles that I have no choice. You wish to make yourself my enemy? I am your past, the everlasting law, the guardian of eternity. And I am she who promised a dream to her subjects. Raiden A.
Sacó su espada. Uno tiene lanza y no tiene una espada.
In the end, even the proud and mighty Oni maiden was cut down and disgraced. Though your blade has been cleansed of her blood and filth, never shall it shine as
Pelea
brightly
épica.
as it once did. Illusion shattered! This ends now. Pathetic. Inazuma shines eternal. Strike dead.
¡Oh! ¡Muy parazo!
That once filled the skies fell to the ground as pitch black rain. As long as the ley lines flow, the relentless erosion of time will never stop.
She's completely recovered?
Torn to oblivion! Weak. There is no escape! Illusion shattered! This world, a fleeting shadow. Inazuma shines eternal! Illusions are but distractions.
Hola, hola.
Shine down! Torn to
Toma,
oblivion!
espadazo.
Divine lightning that envelops all of Inazuma will fade silently
Estoy
into the
recuperando.
clouds.
Pero yo tengo vida.
There shall never be another. Never. For the rest of time.
Adoro tener mis reservas. Hola.
Stillness transcending. This ends now.
En serio, que me toque a ella estoy feliz, sincero.
Now you
¿Qué
shall
pasó?
perish. There is no escape.
Toma, buena. De un espadazo.
Crumbles before me.
Have you finally defeated her?
It appears your martial prowess has not dulled. But how long can your will remain strong?
How the heck?
In this realm of consciousness, she was built to resist erosion. Her will is stronger than any other living being's, including you.
Then, does that mean this is gonna be...
Maybe. But I have to prove to her that my present will if I don't do this, the Shogun's rules can never change.
Claro.
This is my duty. No matter how long this battle may last, months, years, centuries, and no matter how many times we must fight,
Mira, tengo que
I
pasar con
will.
Inazuma.
500 years ago, humanity here in the present, they rely on their ambition to challenge. It is about time that I learn to trust them.
Todos buscan la esperanza de
I
Shogun.
understand that. But if the dreams of which Makoto spoke are, I fight for the everlasting future of Inazuma. I vow to the subjects of Inazuma that I shall one day during my absence. I place everything.
Ok.
That?
Pass on my words.
Ey. Rayos. Se quedó peleando. Rayos.
Looks
Okay.
like we got kicked out. Oh, what do we do? Are we really just gonna leave A and the Shogun? She was making sense. And maybe this is the only way to change the Shogun's rules, but still.
Ella no tiene un cuerpo, ahora depende de los Shogun, pero esto puede ser la única manera.
Right? Also, A can be pretty stubborn at times. What if she gets too obsessed with winning and she forgets why she's there in the first place? It could happen. And then she
No vamos a
might
dejarla
never leave
todavía.
again. Yeah, we should help her out, like we did last time. Is there any way we can cut down how long she needs to spend in there? Or, you know, help her win the fight? Well, whatever. We can't let anything bad happen to A while she's in. Oh, but we also can't get in. Okay, well, first things first. We gotta find a way back in. Oh, come on, Great. You don't feel Paimon now. Oh, you're
Tengo
right.
que ver con...
Paimon nearly forgot about her. Who knows if she really understands these consciousness...
Hay que hablar con Miko. No queda otra. Miko, Miko, ayuda Miko, por favor, Miko.
Someone's not in the best of moods. I hope you realize how lucky you are. If it was anyone else, I don't think I'd have the pick.
But you're always smiling.
That was a figure of speech. Do you
Paimon
understand?
Belgrano.
Oh, yeah. Something really big.
Oh, okay, I see. So, Ace decided to palm Inazuma off on the humans. Impossibly stubborn. Jumped straight to the most extreme course of action imaginable. You know as well as I do that she's always been like this.
Esta es
Why
la
start
batalla
fretting
que
about
más
it now?
sería que cualquier cosa ocurriera a esta hora, ¿verdad?
Rushed into it without thinking. Well put. So you seem to be under the impression that I am able to offer some sort of...
Is she playing dumb? She's doing this on purpose.
Aha, you're learning, little one. But really, the truth of the matter is that I don't know much more. All I know is that it's the foundation of the sacred Sakura.
Because Raiden Makoto is no longer alive?
Not just because of that. The nature of the space itself is different in some way. But I can only speculate. You're the ones who have
ninguna
actually
diferencia.
been... Anyway, we needn't worry about the details too much. It'll just... First things first. Follow me to the entrance.
Ok, vamos a la entrada. Pero antes... ¡Wow! Miércoles, ¿todo esto me dan? Ya voy. Voy a la mitad, casi en la mitad. Tengo que seguir jugando, no me queda otra. Voy en la casi en la mitad, ¿no? Bueno. Tengo que ir abajo. Acá, ahí. ¿Cómo que? Ok, yo que estoy.
Now then, I always have my ways. It's just a question of how crafty I... To the outsider, the realm of consciousness is a very abstract concept. Luckily, In other words, even though I can't pinpoint the exact spatial location of this...
So, it's abstract, but has a location.
Yes, no need to try and understand it. Everything is turbulent and disordered. If you try to This is precisely why when entering the plane of Euthymia...
What? Alright, well, I might stay here then.
¿Tienes sueños?
Suit yourself. Worst case scenario, all we stand to lose is egg. Oh, well, if you're quite sure, then of course.
Abrió.
I say.
¿Qué pasó?
Oh, nothing. It just seems extraordinarily chaotic. By the way, remember to focus constantly on your heartfelt wishes when you enter inside.
Okay.
Only a strong enough will can prevent you from being swallowed by the giant waves.
Entendido.
Well then, the door's open. Hop on in. I'll stay outside and provide what stability I can. I'll be ready to respond. I'm placing my god in your capable hands.
Entendido.
For my sake, and for Inazuma's, please. Bring her back.
Nico, you better know what you're doing.
No le fallaremos.
That's enough chatter. Get to work.
¿Hasta cuántas batallas se habrán dado hasta ahora la Ellie con la Shodan antigua? Rayos, que una batalla campal. Como la cara de Piri Díaz. No tiene pierde. Miércoles.
Remember to focus constantly on your heartfelt wishes when you enter inside. Only if you are strong enough can I deliver you to the right destination.
Sigue la batalla.
Huh? How can this be? You have returned. But how were you able to get back in? And how come
¿En
you have
esos
not
años?
changed
¿Qué?
at all? This is a duel to remember.
Años.
It is as if we have returned to the moment when the laws of eternity were first established. Over countless battles, not once have you lost, and never have you shown the slightest hesitation. Had I made all enemies of eternity stand against you, you still, for your firm commitment to enforcing the rules, you bring honor to the title of. Now these two return once more to this space. Then, let this be our final duel. The conclusion to that which began 500 years. Final duel? So you're finally willing to... Stand back, traveler.
Vamos a poner fin a todo esto.
I'm going to be the start of something new.
Ok.
The time our duels took to fight was long enough to witness the rise and fall of
Mierda.
nations. The energy they consumed, great enough to vaporize the oceans and turn day into night. And the will of land, sufficient to penetrate minds and crush dreams. Yet, you have endured. I will endure forever. No escape. Witness the final calamity.
Mierda.
Shine down.
Qué distinto está el manazo que pusieron ahí.
Inferior. There is no escape.
Muerto. Tremenda manazo que he visto.
This is the end. I believed you were incapable of transcending the past. But a will that cannot be eroded. You need not worry about the future. I know your power more than anyone else. Had I relied upon my strength alone, yet my reason for fighting redefined my martial prowess. And whenever I think of this, I feel the blade that I inherited from Makoto seems to be I noticed it also. Just now in the heat of battle, it seemed to this power is beyond the limits of my understanding. This blade belonged to Makoto. Perhaps it can only respond to me with its full power when I truly understand. When I clasped Muso Ishin in my hands, it was at once a familiar feeling and a strange one. You have my approval. Your present will is not the product of erosion. I shall no longer stop you from attempting to modify the... From this day forth, this body will remain your assistant. I won't design any more rules that can never be changed. You used to represent my past, but from today onward, you are me. Makoto never saw me as a fearless weapon. Likewise, I should not regard you as... You truly have changed. I suppose this is what... I understand. I shall become your shadow, just as you were once Makoto's shadow. The duties I perform will not change. But as a warrior, I look forward to the chance to fight like this again in the future. Do you say this because you have not yet It was simply a new experience for me. One that is worth reliving.
Have you finished fighting then?
Ajá. Mi interior está brillando.
Hello, A. And greetings, those who have come to bear witness. I am Raiden Makoto, the previous Electro Archon,
who failed in my duties had... Makoto? I'm so happy. You've come so far. I left a faint fragment of my will in Muso Ishin, so that in the moment that you unleashed its full power... A convoluted way to reach you, but... Well, you held such... There was no time to wait for you to have a change of heart. Please forgive me, but... You never mentioned this. Everything happened so suddenly. I've always felt terrible for having to entrust. I should have been the one to impart these ideas to you, a little at a time. Did you know what was about to happen in I had some sense of it. That place was... In my present form, I can no longer perceive time. But I know that this must have been an extreme... Don't look down on me. See? It was with this possibility in mind that I left a part... Here, take it. Before my last... But it is you who must take the most
The light turned into a seed?
The miracle tree that blesses the people, in this moment new to the world and yet to be known. When to plant it, where it shall bloom. She who brings it into being must let her heart and dreams decide. Grant it life, eh? Is it really? Eternity extends time into infinity. Dreams illuminate each moment within. When both shine in unison, the sacred Sakura blooms from the darkness, finally free from the clutches of the heavenly principles. Now the nightmare has dissipated, and reality is made whole. The vision we both yearn for is still further ahead. My only regret is that I cannot witness Inazuma's future. Nor can I walk this journey with you. Do you know, I am so happy right now, because my final wish has now come true. Your polearm once protected me from countless calamities. For this, I've always felt indebted to you. Though I could never repay you in full, this sacred Sakura will buy you some time until you are ready to awaken and embrace the new. What do you think? Did it do the trick? This time, it really is goodbye, eh? Goodbye, Makoto.
Bueno, nada malo. Una de las batallas más épicas que se puede tener en el juego.
So the A of the present planted the sacred Sakura in the realm of consciousness, and it took root in the Inazuma of the past. No matter what you make of it, it's quite incredible.
All of this is thanks to Makoto's power. Her understanding of eternity is... Eternity is a concept intimately connected.
A place where time is meaningless and cannot be understood with ordinary logic. Perhaps that is the reason why you were able to... And yet, that sense of disorderliness...
I don't fully understand yet. But my...
Well, I'm not convinced that...
Without the sacred Sakura, Inazuma.
I know you've always perceived there was something. You've tried in the past to prove to me that there's a connection between the sacred sakura.
No. But I understand why now.
But don't you think that tree looked a lot different than how it...
The sacred sakura is within my purview.
Ugh. Now we see who's pulling the string.
I'm joking. That tree has been through a lot since it first sprouted, and obviously It's fair to say that very little time passed between the moment you came out. Traveler, if I'm guessing correctly.
Por supuesto.
At that time, I could sense A's whereabouts, but suffice to say, time added up. Fortunately, your will was strong enough that the turbulence The flow of turbulence may well have been
Does that mean it wasn't by chance that we ended up at the final duel? We
Tal
were
vez eso se refiere al
always
showdown.
I thought that the flow of time was the same on the... My first thought was... But it turned out you had come to rescue me. You too have my thanks.
A, how are you feeling now?
My body has fully recovered, and the Shogun's will no longer fight.
Always thrilled to hear you're in good health. But I was really asking about your... After all, you saw Makoto in there, didn't you?
I only heard her voice. I wouldn't say I saw her. I'll be fine. It brought a few things back, of course. I have to say, this has reminded me once again just how... She even factored my immaturity into her. It's all thanks to her that Inazuma lived to see this day.
Makako era
I just
brillante.
planted a seed.
Tanto la mesa como la suya fueron
It
indispensables.
was thanks to everything you did that you got to see her again.
Thank you.
Today, at long last, you and Inazuma finally emerged. Makoto and you are Inazuma's past and future.
It's rare to hear such comforting words from you. I graciously...
Oh, come on. You only think it's rare because you never used to listen.
Makoto said the exact same thing.
Great minds think alike, hmm? I wonder, does that qualify me to, maybe, take the position? Actually, no. Forget that. Far more trouble than it's worth.
We will have to end the frivolities there. There is much work to be done. The Shogun and I will closely review the Inazuma of today to find out where things... After that, I will abolish the Sakoku decree.
Really? That's...
I am no longer pursuing an eternity defined by stasis. In which case, I don't doubt that many challenges lie ahead for Inazuma. I'm looking forward to it.
¿Se acabó? Nada malo. Genial. Una flor de pétalo. A ver qué me dicen estos.
Many challenges still lie ahead for Inazuma, but I am prepared for them.
Yaimiko said nothing of the sort. And the traveler has some nerve making up. Some words are not to be passed on. Trust me, you don't want to know the cost of betraying me.
What are you talking about?
¿De qué hablan?
Nothing. Ooh, I suddenly want some fried
Many challenges still lie ahead for Inazuma, but I am prepared for them.
¿Cómo fue el número
To
que
put
debo
it
decirlo?
bluntly, it was constant torture. Faced with an endless battle, I had to remain focused at all times. Safe to say, were it not for my... And through it all, many challenges still lie ahead for Inazuma, but
Bueno,
I
tengo
am
más
prepared.
preguntas. ¿Y de Miko? Es lo mismo, ¿no?
Many challenges still lie ahead for Inazuma, but I am prepared for them.
No. No tengo nada más, chicos. Entonces, ¿se acabó acá? Bueno, aquí lo dejo.